Hello everybody, welcome to Cars at 100, and today let's talk about everything automotive. There has been a rumor around the web that soon the brand new GT500 by Ford Mustang will come out soon. Now, what should we expect and what that car should be in terms of the competition, and what is the real deal with all the rumors? So let's begin with the car. Now, the car GT500 is the most powerful, the fastest, and the most technical, if you can say, about a muscle car like a Mustang, a car. So basically this car has to be the most advanced Mustang that has to come out of all the Mustangs and all the types and all the models that we've seen lately, with the brand new release of a Mustang Bullet, brand new iteration of Mustang Bullet's green color, and a little bit of bump in horsepower as well. But the car looks stunning, and if you love the movie from back in the day, that car is really cool. So in terms of the Mustang GT500, now this car is supposed to have 700 plus horsepower. Now 700 plus horsepower can mean anything from 710 to 780 horsepower, but to be honest with you, I'm expecting that car to have close to 730 horsepower. Why? Because I think back in the day when the GT500 came out in 2013, that car had 636 horsepower. Now that power was pretty powerful. Compare that to the ZR1 when it came out before the GT500. So ZR1 had the same horsepower, but it was a much more technical and much more raw car. It was more advanced than the Mustang GT500, of course, but still it had more to offer in terms of the lightness of a vehicle, and also in terms of the technical aspect of being more of a sports car than a muscle car. Of course, GT500 has its own unique segment where it sits between the Camaro, Challenger, and of course Ford Mustang is the trifecta of muscle cars that we have. So basically what that car should mean for the competition as well is that this car is supposed to be a little bit more technical and a little bit faster than the Hellcat. Now it should not be better than a Demon. Why? Because Demon has its own kind of a opened up its own segment where the drag cars kind of a interesting thing that might be happening by the Mustang as well in future. So stay tuned. Probably we're gonna have the drag car that will compete with Dodge Demon, but I don't think that will be GT500, just a regular GT500 that's supposed to come out. So that's my opinion, and me personally, I think that the car is supposed to be much more technical than the Hellcat. Of course, expect that car to have probably manual transmission, but I expect that car to have something similar to Ford GT's transmission. Now that transmission is pretty fast, pretty powerful. It shifts, of course, very fast, but it's also very technical. But my personal opinion is GT500 is not gonna be just powerful, it's gonna be very light, guys. Now we saw the little glimpse of that in the GT350R, and I think we're gonna see that in the GT500, and lightness is gonna be one of the biggest priorities for that car, and I can't stress that enough. In the last video I talked about how the cars are technical because of them being light, and I think GT500 has to have a lot of carbon fiber. Now if you remember GT350R, which is kind of a different, it's a track weapon car, it was a very interesting carbon fiber iterations in a car. It had carbon fiber wheels, first ever production carbon fiber wheels on a car, so that was a big deal as well. And I think the GT500 is gonna benefit out of that, and it's gonna be very important for that car to be not just powerful. 700 plus horsepower could mean anything if it's not a light vehicle. So it's very important. So I don't know what you think about that. Me personally, I'm very excited for the GT500, and expect that car to look similar to the concept that we saw in SEMA this year. I mean last year, 2017. If you remember, it had the cues, design cues from Ford GT. So I think that's interesting to see, and I think it's gonna be a very interesting and exciting design. I'm curious what the Ford engineers will come out, Ford racing engineers. Just to recap everything, I think that Ford GT500 is going to be a very nice car for this segment, and since ZL1 1LE came out already with a very powerful car, I think it's just a matter of time that a GT500 has to be very technical, and I am sure 100% that it has to be very powerful and very light as well. So it's gonna be a different muscle car, and I think they want to redefine the muscle car genre, because Dodge has been doing this redefining of a muscle car for a long time, and it has done that Demon project, which is absolutely insane, 2.3 seconds to 60, which no car in the world can beat. So that's pretty exciting. So I think the muscle car world is gonna get shaken up once again with the GT500. So stay tuned for more, and let's see what's gonna come out of that car. So see you next time, guys. This was Cars at 100. Bye.